Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers recap for Wednesday, June 26th, reveals that Paris Buckingham assured Ridge Forrester and Steffy Forrester that she was confident of Thomas Forrester's love and commitment to her. Hope Logan was Thomas' history, but Paris claimed she was Thomas' future. After Paris mentioned the horrible effects her father, Dr. Reese Buckingham, had done, Steffy and Hope said they didn't condemn her. Paris guessed Ridge presumably allowed. She was living in a fool's paradise with Thomas, but she talked about all the deep exchanges they had and felt Thomas was guarding her heart. Although Steffy conceded that they were conservative when it came to Thomas, she was glad her family had Paris in his life now rather of Hope. Meanwhile, Hope continued her discussion with Thomas in the CEO office and formally again prayed him not to marry Paris. It was too fast, and Thomas knew that according to Hope. Still, Thomas argued that he wasn't getting any youngish. After Thomas said he wanted another child and a family, Hope assumed he meant with Paris and asked if she was his future now. Thomas refocused out that Steffy broke out of the poisonous pattern she'd been in with Liam Spencer and was happy with John Finnegan now, so he allowed. Hope should want the same happiness for him. Thomas claimed that Paris made him happy, so he was going to spend the rest of his life with her and make her his woman. Since Thomas was standing his ground, Hope eventually guessed she'd have to accept his decision. Hope told Thomas that she wanted what was stylish for him and that despite everything that happened between them, she'd always love him. As Hope pulled Thomas near and gave him a kiss on the impertinence, Steffy browsed in and witnessed it. Once Thomas left, Steffy possessed Hope alone and asked if she allowed. That kiss was each it would take for Thomas to come running back to her. As effects took a tense turn, Steffy advised Hope not to indeed suppose about hurting or cheating Thomas again. At Il Giardino, Tom looked up Bill Spencer's name in the delivery system and wrote down the address on a hanky. Deacon Sharp ultimately approached to gush over Tom's return to the stage and was agitated to hear him strum his guitar at the eatery tonight. Tom kept guzzling a libation since he liked to stay doused before a performance, but he assured Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, that it was a sports drink, not booze. Sheila told Tom that she was choosing to see him for the person he was right now and hoped he could do the same for her. That led to Sheila's memorial that she didn't want Tom dredging up the history to Deacon presently. After Tom left to make a couple further deliveries, Sheila told Deacon that there was still so much they didn't know about their new hand. Cleric asked if Sheila allowed. Tom had secrets, so Sheila suggested that everyone does. At the Spencer manse, Luna Nozawa joked around with Poppy Nozawa since Bill had called to check in 3 times within the last hour. Poppy allowed. The father-son news had opened up a whole new world for them both. After Luna left the room to take a call from R.J. Forrester, Tom showed up at the door with a pizza delivery and saluted Poppy by name. Poppy called Tom by name as well and angrily demanded to know what he was doing there. Tom confessed to getting Bill's address from the delivery system and took a look around at Poppy's nice lodgings. Poppy tried to play dumb, but Tom allowed. She knew exactly what this was about. Although Poppy complained about the pizza she didn't order, Tom said it was her favorite and that it was on the house. Poppy hovered to call security, but Tom acted like he came in peace and refocused out that they easily hadn't forgotten each other. When Luna returned and wondered who Tom was, Poppy claimed he was no bone. And that he was just delivering a pizza. Grounded on our B&B prognostications, Tom's presence is going to produce all kinds of trouble for Poppy, so stick with us for updates on the chaos that's still to come. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Luna will deal with major reservations about Poppy's history as this plot heats up, so stay tuned. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, June 26th indicate that Hope Logan tells Thomas Forrester that she cannot believe he forgot how good they're together. Thomas proposed to Hope doubly, and she turned him down. Thomas shouldn't have moved on so soon. Hope begs Thomas not to marry her. Paris Buckingham tells Ridge Forrester that she and Thomas wanted to tell him together. Ridge didn't indeed know they were dating. Steffy hopes that Paris is right about Thomas' love for her. Tom Star is allowing about his discussion with Deacon Sharp. Cleric is setting effects up for Tom to sing during regale. Poppy Nozawa surprise visitor. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that Luna Nozawa laughs as Bill Spencer calls to check in. Bill is ain't used to having a son. Luna is ain't used to this. Moreover, Luna gets a call from RJ Forrester. Tom shows up at the door. Poppy wants to know what he's doing there. Tom forces his way into the house and demands answers. Poppy doesn't know what he's talking about. Tom hasn't forgotten about Poppy, and he knows she hasn't forgotten about him. Luna walks by and asks who this is. Poppy said he just delivered a pizza. Tom leaves and Luna takes the pizza and walks down. Sheila Carter and Deacon Sharp are probative. Sheila Carter talks to Tom about his debut. Tom and Sheila talk about miscalculations they've made in the history. Sheila is ever thankful to Tom for helping to save her life. Tom wasn't always a good person in the history. Sheila doesn't want Tom to bring up her history to her hubby. Tom is gearing up for his first show in times. Tom can no way thank Sheila and Deacon enough. Tom goes to the kitchen. He has a couple of further deliveries. Cleric checks in with Sheila and Tom is ain't back. Deacon asks if Sheila and Tom have secrets. Sheila asks Deacon who does ain't. Ridge Forrester questions. Paris Buckingham Hope can understand Thomas moving on, but he's moving too presto, and he knows it. Hope is ain't happy over Douglas Forrester, calling Paris mama. Moreover, Paris tells Ridge and Steffi Forrester that she knows everything her father has done to their family. Ridge and Steffi tell Paris she is ain't to condemn for his crimes. Thomas tells Hope he ain't getting any youngish and he wants another child. Hope asks if he wants it with Paris. Ridge tells Paris that it was ain't that long agone when Thomas wanted to marry Hope. Paris trusts Thomas, indeed with Hope. Thomas had to break out of the poisonous relationship with Hope. Paris is going to be his woman. Paris says she and Thomas want a family. Paris promises to make the Forrester family proud. Steffi is thankful that Paris is in Thomas' life. Thomas says their time is done. Thomas is marrying Paris, and they will have their own life together. Hope agrees to accept his decision and says she'll always love him. Steffi sees Hope kiss Thomas and confronts Hope. Steffi tells Hope not to indeed suppose about getting into his head. Is Hope going to have a mental breakdown over Paris? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Hope Logan, and the rest of this fictional city of Los Angeles, were each in for a shock when Thomas Forrester returned to advertise that he's engaged to get wedded to Paris Buckingham. And they got engaged in Paris, no lower. In the rearmost issue of Soap Opera Digest, actor Matthew Atkinson, who plays Thomas Forrester on the hit CBS Cleaner, was asked if this engagement is the real deal or if his character might still have some passions for Hope. After all, this isn't the first time he's done this. He also faked his engagement to Zoe Buckingham and nearly got married to her when he tried to make Hope jealous. Are Thomas and Paris the real deal or is he faking it? Matthew says that this time around, it might be a little bit different. He told the publication in a new interview, "I'll say that typically I've a decent discussion with Brad Bell, B&B's head pen and superintendent patron, about this kind of thing, and I didn't have that discussion with him on this, so I am not entirely sure if my studies coming into this align with his. But what I'll say is from my work coming into this and shooting these scenes, the perspective I had from Thomas was he's literally doing everything he conceivably can to move on from Hope and sort of the desolation of being with someone you love, eventually getting the person that you love and also being with someone you love and also them not showing that complementary excitement to progress the relationship. He to move on. But coming back and being with her in person, I suppose it's a constant process of trying to push down passions for Thomas. Of course, suckers will have to tune in to find out what will be coming.